Hi there, Chris here with another fresh tip for you all. In this video, we are going to continue our look at looking at the new contrast, the reformulated contrast and shade washes. We're going to have a look at this model here. It has been primed using Leadbelcher spray from Games Workshop, and we are going to play with Baal Red. I chose this color because it has a very opaque quality, and from the preview images, it looked a very, very solid color, and it kind of interesting, so that's why I wanted to test this out. I'm going to take a fairly generous amount onto the brush. I'm using a medium shade wash brush here from Citadel. I'm applying this first layer in a somewhat conservative fashion, more like if we were using a very thinned out opaque color, like regular Citadel color kind of thing. Again, when I'm first looking at this color, I don't see a contrast paint. I see a very thin, opaque Citadel color, and so I just am applying it in this first initial quarter of the model here, and I'm just applying it around. Again, this is not a tutorial on how to paint Space Marines with this stuff. This is just demonstration of the color and the various ways in which we can apply it and use it on a figure. So as you can see, I'm just simply moving around, and I'm applying a fairly straight layer onto the surface. I'm not allowing it to pool too heavily in recesses or anything like that. And because the nature of the medium that is applied to the painting, you see that's a very heavy amount there, as it falls into recesses and such, it becomes actually just fairly opaque red, and it actually allowing some of the metallic to show through. Now it does dull the vibrancy of the color. Here you can see I'm applying a fairly generous amount on this shoulder here, just to see how it goes. And normally with contrast paints, that's how we do apply it. In a fairly generous amount, you apply it to the surface and just move it around. And then if it pools up too heavily anywhere, you just very quickly clean your brush off and draw the excess off, just like I'm just kind of quickly doing there. And you can see how on top of the metallic base, how it does knock a lot of the vibrancy of the color out. So it's not like exactly if we would use an opaque color. You can see here how it's a little bit rough on the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side, you can see how it's fairly even, and it looks all right. It looks fine. I think just using a regular opaque color on top of this, but again, we're using a metallic base, so really the goal is to kind of get to that metallic shine. So I'm going to take 2 drops of contrast medium here. I have it in a dropper bottle just for ease of use. I'm going to take a fairly generous amount into my brush, give it a thorough mixing. Ratio is probably around a 1:1, probably a little less because there's a little bit more medium in there. And we're just going to apply this as deliberately as possible onto the lower half of the model. And again, even though it's thinned out, you can see how it still applies fairly opaque looking. It does allow a lot more of the metallic to show through, but again, it is still quite opaque. And it's very, very interesting. Now, again, these are formulated to sit on top of the rebranded and reformulated White Scar spray paint, or any white base for that matter. But yeah, because initially with the contrast paints, they were designed to sit on top of Wraithbone and Grey Seer. And with on top of white, it just wasn't quite doing it with contrast paints, and I think that's why they went with that reformulation. Anyway, that's enough speculating. But you can still see some of the metallic showing through, which is what we want, especially if we're going with a metallic base or primer. Of course, this is Leadbelcher, so it is a little bit darker than, let's say, a pure silver. And you might get a slightly different result with a pure silver. But after it has dried, we're going to come in and apply a second layer on the upper half. Now, again, this is going to go for more of a even coverage on the surface. And again, I don't really see a lot of the nuance that we get with contrast paints, and especially with the clear transparencies of contrast paints. This feels more like an opaque color designed for ease of use. That's what these colors kind of feel like, some of these really opaque colors. Not all the colors, but a few of these colors that have a lot of opacity to them, or they look like they have a lot of opacity to them. They feel more like they are designed for just easier painting, because anybody who's used the contrast paints knows how well they fall into recesses, and it actually makes painting a lot easier, even with regular contrast paints. And I think that's what these colors are really intended for, is people making it easier for a lot of people to get these base coats down on top of a surface. But you can see there, once we have that final layer down, once it's fully dry, you can see here how it, again, it's not what we normally expect from contrast paint. In fact, in the recesses, it goes very opaque, and it actually gets a little bit brighter because, again, those pigments are sitting on top of each other, and it gets more saturated versus what's a little bit thinner on top of some of the metal, and it doesn't quite feel the same, which is, again, kind of interesting, but, might not be what you're looking for as far as like metallic red or anything like that. We're going to jump into the reformulated Carroburg Crimson, and very generously, I'm going to begin applying this onto the model. This is a fairly standard way of painting a deep red color, and so I figured I'd apply it right over the entirety of the model. Well, not the entirety, but most of wherever I painted the red. And this is one of my preferred ways of getting a nice deep red color on a surface. Now, normally I probably would thin this shade wash out as I apply it onto a model, but here I'm just demonstrating, basically right out of the pot, no holds barred. We're just going to apply this color right onto the surface and, see what we see kind of thing here. Again, this is all just for demonstration purposes. This isn't about painting a space marine or, how to apply contrast paints. This is more just how it looks as we apply it in a somewhat typical fashion. And I imagine for a vast majority of you out there, this is most likely how you're going to employ using these particular colors. Again, you can see here as I applied onto where the lower half of the figure, where we had a very thinned out amount of the Baal Red, I actually, again, even as I was just applying it, I thought, oh man, this is going to look really fantastic. I'm getting this really nice contrast, and yet I'm still getting that metallic shine. So everybody out there who's looking forward to applying these colors on top of metallic bases to go for those metallic values, it's not going to be quite what you like. And you can see here on the lower half, see how all that metallic still shines through. We got those nice deep dark values in the recesses, panel lines and stuff like that. The upper portion, that looks more like we used Evil Sun Scarlet and then applied Carroburg Crimson on top of it. That's really what that looks more like. Even if we had applied Contrast Flesh Terrors or Blood Angels Red, we would have still saw some of that metallic show through. So again, with some of these opaque colors, I feel like they're designed more for ease of use for beginners and new people, as opposed to a very effective way to demonstrate more advanced type techniques. Big thank you to my patrons. Without their support, this channel would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do, and so a huge thank you to all my patrons for their continued support. And if you're interested, click the link in the description below. Take care of those brushes, and they will take care of you.